Hello, friends, and welcome to another Powered Arena Cube draft. If you're new here, my name's Cody Lee, and I upload a new draft every single day. If that's something that you're interested in, feel free to follow along. But let's take a look at this first pack. I see a Library of Alexandria, and I kind of want to force aggro. I'll be real. I've seen a lot of this like aggro-y type stuff going on. A lot of this mono red has kind of kicked my butt. I do kind of want to be in like a green deck though. And Ice Still Explorer is probably one of my favorite cards. Keen-Eyed Curator, if I wanted to be in like the green deck. The thing is, do I want to be in green or do I want to be in white? Because I think those are my two choices, and I do think I want to maybe pick up this Crater Hoof and be in green and see if I can wheel this Ice Till. And we'll just play like the green ramp deck. Or should we play the aggro deck? Beginning of your end step, if you gain life this turn, create a 1/1 right cat creature token. If you have the city's blessing for each token you control that entered this turn, create a copy that's a token of it. First strike and lifelink. We're going to take Ocelot Pride. Intrepid Adversary and Lauren of the Third Path also strike me as very good. Let's take the Ocelot Pride. We're going to follow that up. Ooh. So there's an Esper Sentinel, an Enduring Innocence. Whenever one or more other creatures you control with power 2 or less enter, draw a card. Which is pretty dang good. Esper Sentinel is also very good. Luminarch Aspirant. But Mana Vault is insane. Like actually insane. The thing is, if I want to be straight in white, we're taking Esper Sentinel here. And I think that's what we're going to do. I think we're just going to all in on mono white, and that might be completely wrong. Like Portal to Phyrexia and Mana Vault are more fun things to do, 100%. I do think Luminarch Aspirant might be a little bit better for us in this instance, though. Esper Sentinel is just so good. We're going to take the Esper Sentinel. Stick to the 1-drops. Definitely want those. We're going to follow those up. Sarah Paragon. 4 mana, 3/4. Once during each of your turns, you may play a land card from your graveyard or cast a permanent spell with mana cost 3 or less from your graveyard. If you do, it gains, when this permanent is put into the graveyard from battlefield, you gain 2 life. So we're going to take that. And we're just going to keep cutting white in all honesty. Overlord of the Mistmoors, Skyclave Apparition, Flage, Titan of Fire's Fury. Flage is kind of what I'm looking for here, I'm not gonna lie, but Skyclave Apparition is just very solid with what we've got going on. Flage gives us a little bit of reach, but puts us in a second color. Let's take the Skyclave and see what happens. Here, I'm looking at the Jit. Endurance is interesting. Trumpeting Carnosaur, Valky, Dark Confidant. I would like a Dark Confidant, but I'm going to take the Jit and stay one color right now. Here we're looking at a Demi. 2 mana, 3/2 flash. Sacrifice a Demi. Creatures you control gain hexproof and indestructible. Can protect us from some removal stuff. And it can have flying for a mana, so we'll take it. Split Skin Doll. There is an Avacyn's Pilgrim here, which is interesting. When this creature enters, draw a card, then discard a card unless you control another creature with power 2 or less. Like, that's pretty good, but let's take the Avacyn's Pilgrim just in case. Split Skin Doll is alright. But if we're going to be in, like, the green-white deck, I think I'd rather have the Avacyn's Pilgrim. Unexpectedly Absent is a removal spell. It's pretty good. 1/1 for each land card in a graveyard. Sacrifice a forest or play and search your library for a land. Like, that's pretty interesting to me. Hazoret is also interesting to me. But Unexpectedly Absent is just a straight card. There is a Tarmogoyf, which is interesting, and an Elegant Parlor. Put target non-land permanent into its owner's library is just solid. And we're already in white, so let's take it. Intrepid Adversary came around, as did Temple Garden and all of the green cards. I think I'm going to take the Intrepid Adversary. Avacyn's Pilgrim's going to go on the side just for now. We don't want that on the side. We do want that in the deck. But we're going to take the Intrepid Adversary. Stick to this white theme. There's a Savannah. We're going to take it. Here, probably... I mean, Fnatic or Ronas, we'll put it on the side. How many packs are lined up at type Ohm? I wonder if they're AFK. We got a little glut going on here. So, how are you folks doing this morning? I am enjoying a beautiful Halloween. I am basking in the glory of a slow morning. I thankfully don't have to work today, so I have a little bit of freedom to just draft and hang out, which will be super nice. Yeah, it looks like we're passing to someone who just is not drafting, not here. Here. Kumano, Faces of Khazran. Elvish Reclaimer. This creature gets +2/+2. Interesting. We'll put the Trumpeting Carnosaur on the sideboard. Yeah, their timer is gonna like hard run out. I wonder what happens if they just sit there the whole draft. Like, does the whole draft just move very slowly? I'm assuming so because they're sitting there on 6 packs. Ooh, what do we got here? We got Once Upon a Time and Sentinel of the Nameless City. We're gonna take Sentinel because Sentinel could be good. There's that. Ooh, we got a brand new pack. I wonder if that's a bug. Monastery Mentor is pretty much exactly what we want when we don't see any power. So we're going to take the Monastery Mentor. We do have primarily creatures, but we will undoubtedly get things other than creatures. Now we're going to be being passed by the one guy. So we should probably have taken a second to look at that pack, analyzed all of our cards, really just taking it slow. But it is what it is. As is our triple 1-drop. I would like to top out at 4, so I don't think we're going to Fnatic of Ronas. I mean, maybe we do. Look at that sweet little, like, metallic back end. I didn't realize it was metallic. The staff gets a little bit more coppery. That's pretty cool in all honesty. The Savannah art is pretty cool too. Maybe we'll get a Luris and we'll be able to Luris as well. I'd like to get a couple of combat tricks, a little bit of removal. See, and I played, so when I originally started, was in Innistrad. And so back then, they were releasing like 4 sets a year. It was like 3 sets all in a block, and then like an M10, M11, M12. Grizzlebrand. There's a Lion Sash. Choose a card type other than creature. Like, that's interesting to me. The rest of this is not very interesting to me. I do think that we're probably going to take the Lion Sash because that's going to be a good 2-drop for us. There is a Jetmir's Garden, which would allow us to do a little bit more better splash. But when you're playing aggro decks, you're playing aggro decks, man. You gotta keep that in mind. Here we're looking at something at Fable of the Mirror Breaker. If you may discard up to 2 cards if you do draw that many. Exile the saga, then return it. Create a token that's a copy of target non-legendary. Like, maybe we take that. Lava Spur, crit creature gets +1/+0 and has haste and ward 1. So maybe we take the Lava Spur boots. Unlicensed Hearse is also interesting, because it gives us a little bit of graveyard hate. I'll pick that up if it comes back around. I half expect it to come back around. Mother of Runes, love that. Path of Exile and Leyline Binding is the domain one? No. We will take the Mother of Runes, though. Love that for us. The one card that I haven't seen that I do want to get, and it's one that I almost first picked in another draft, was a Johnny. I haven't had a chance to play a Johnny yet, and that makes me kind of sad. There's a Sacred Foundry here, and a Screaming Nemesis. I will say the Screaming Nemesis is pretty friggin' good, but I think it's probably more important that we pick up the Sacred Foundry just in case. Light Sail Inquisitor. There's also a Sanguine Evangelist, but we're going to take the Lightstall Inquisitor. Winds of Abandon is interesting. There is a Sunbaked Canyon and a Reckoner Bankbuster. We are going to take the Reckoner Bankbuster. And it's worth noting, we're just like, we're kind of cutting all of that stuff right now. We're just at a 10-4 solid mono. And I think that's honestly probably the best place for us to be. Ugin Channel, Tezzeret, Utopia Sprawl. This is all insane. Exile all creatures. Hired Claw. Choose one, draw 2 cards. Yeah, we're going to take probably the Tezzeret. Search your library for an Esper Sentinel or a Lava Spur Boots. Like, sure.
My purpose is clear.
I don't think we're going to play it, though.
The edge.
Bomat Courier, Talisman of Impulse. Discard your hand, sacrifice this creature. Like, that's the only thing that we might play here. I'm not going to play any of the rest of that. The fact that the talismans are coming so late is kind of crazy, though. I do think we're going to take the Jetmir's Garden. Unlicensed Hearse came back around. Love that for us. This is a green-white land. Land's going so late. There's a Rex Sage. I'm here for Rex Sage, in all honesty. Ooh, Virtue of Loyalty. I love that for us. I do also love the Thalia. Mox Diamond is also interesting. But Virtue of Loyalty is just a very strong card. We don't have like a ton of token makers or anything like that. Like Corey Steelcutter would also be very interesting right here, but I think the Virtue of Loyalty is just very strong. I'm also realizing that you can cast this for the 2 mana, and then it goes into exile and you cast it for 5 mana later. So there's a term. Everyone listen up. This is Lessons with Cody. There's a term called RTFC. And it's read the friggin' card. And I need all of y'all, always, to go hard on reading the card. Especially this part, where it explains what this means after you've not played the game for a little while. We're going to take Luris because it's going to allow us to cast all of these little 2-drop things. Great card for us. And we're still in mono white with 17 playables. I will say 17 is not enough playables. There's a strip mine, which is interesting. As an additional cost to cast this spell, you may exile any number of white cards from your hand. The spell costs 2 less to cast for each card exiled this way. Exile target artifact, creature, enchantment with mana value X or less. I do think I'll take the strip mine. The Karn is interesting, but strip mine does a little bit more for us. And we'll take the Kythian. There is a comet here. It's just, I don't think it's worth it. If Comet comes back around, we've got, right now we've got 5 1-drops. Trample Lifelink. Ooh. Lightning Helix, Restless Pride, Rabble Master. Permanents your opponents control lose hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. Like, that's not great for us, but Enduring Curiosity would be great. Noble Hierarch would be great. Nadu, Goblin Rabble Master, Lightning Helix. Let's take the Lightning Helix. We'll take the Arid Mesa, which kind of fetches us anything. The Raven Inspector is interesting. Showdown of the Scalds. Whenever you cast a spell this turn, put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control. That's insane. The Wandering Emperor is pretty good. The Raven Inspector gives us another 1-drop. And a draw, which I think we'll take. Staff of the Storyteller is exactly what we want. We don't have a bunch of, like, token maker stuff. And there's a Sword of Fire and Ice. But when this enters, it draws a card, so I would like a sword. I mean, honestly, Cankerbloom's probably the best card here. But we're going to take a Sirach and put it in the sideboard. And Plateau. Not bad to come back around. There are so many lands in this draft coming around. Restless Ridgeline. Sideboard it. Lightning Greaves. Sideboard it. Restless Berry. Sideboard it. A lot of green. So we're looking at having a little bit of red. We'll play the Kumano. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Displacer Kitten and Bird. You can search for Esper Sentinel or Lava Spur Boots. Let's play the Tezzeret. The untap ability doesn't really do much unless it's Bankbuster. And we're going to add a Tezzeret. How many lands do we got with this? We got 17 lands. We top out at 5, so we want to get one more playable in there. Let's add in the Beaumont Courier and drop one of the planes. And we're going to go done. Play it up. We got a red-white aggressive deck coming in here. I'm kind of excited. I haven't played aggressive decks in this cube. I did give up quite a lot of power. I looked at a lot of really cool cards and passed on them. And that's really difficult for me. I wanted to change up like 4 different times in that draft, but I didn't. And I'm proud of myself. But I'm curious, are any of you guys interested in Riftbound? I've been looking at it a little bit, and I've been like, you know, maybe Riftbound is something that I'm interested in because, I mean, honestly, It looks pretty cool. I did go to like a learn to play event, mainly because TCGs are one of the things that I'm very interested in. And it was a lot of fun. Javi Montalban. Okay, Gandalf. Yeah, we'll keep this. Enters tapped. Oh, Black Lotus. Dang. We got no power. In the top 4 cards, you may reveal a non-creature, non-land card from among them. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. And they got a loot tree. But to be fair, they've got a green-black land that they started off with, and they cast this with Black Lotus. Soul Guide Lantern, sure. We're gonna play this. We're gonna activate that ability. And we're gonna go get Plateau. Next. End turn. We're gonna play a demo.
With thoughtfulness before action.
Nice whiff. Demi of the Silk Shoots. You gonna kill it?
I have reached my limit.
End turn. I'm gonna play Virtue of Loyalty. I'm gonna consult the star charts to look at the top 2, grab one. I hope you do. Missing my land drop here is a little unlucky. I would have liked to be able to neg this. Four cards, 5 cards, and they're gonna go up to 6 cards. I'm also at 6 cards, but different types of cards. Lutri is such a cool card too. Eastwood Verge, Nadu. I need to draw land. Ooh, that is not a land. Okay, so we're gonna play this. Let me get in for 4. And end turn. Not having lands is really gonna be the death of us here. We've got 16 in there. I mean, we've drawn 4 cards, no lands. Green Sun for 3. Rex Sage to hit the Lava Spur. Sentinel City. Okay. We're gonna attack. I hope they block. Block, friend. No? Okay. Yes, you get to activate its ability, which is annoying. Being able to hit double maps on Nadu would have been real unlucky though. Uh-oh. This is gonna be real unlucky. Four. Destroy target permanent. Okay. So I can give this flying, right? Yeah, I win. Good game. Oh, that has to feel bad. Nice Ulamog, though. Ooh, and I ranked up. Nice. Although I've gone back and forth between Diamond 4 and Diamond 3 like 4 times, I feel like. That was a good one. Our opponent definitely... He felt emotion after that game. And you know, sometimes you gotta do that. Feeling emotion is what Magic is here for. I've been in that position. I've been on that side of the table a lot. Now, let's see if we can do it again. Ooh, Genie 007, 93% Mythic. We'll keep it. A Bomat carrier, sure. Your plateau. Oh, I was like half thinking that they'd kept a one lander for a second. I was like, oh shit, that'd be sick. A Rogrin Triome. I was like, maybe if I can hold them off mana for a second. Let's play this. And then we're going to be able to draw cards using this. Oh, and they've got good lands. Okay. So strip mining was unlucky for us. Feels bad. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we're going to activate this, and if we don't draw land... Alright, so we're going to be able to Skyclave, hit the Adeline next turn. Oh my gosh. That's annoying. Yeah, man. Stalling out on lands multiple games in a row is really, really sad. Especially considering I only went down to 16. Well, I mean, I guess I have 5 total lands out there right now. Him just getting a whole bunch of things, or tokens on the staff is going to be real unlucky, though. Yeah, stalling out on lands, man. Out aggroed by the 3-color deck, though. They had a really nice mana base for what they were playing. 1-1. Let's run it back. Currently waiting. I believe in the ability to queue and queue strongly. But I have been watching, like I said, the Riftbound, like kind of Metalist and all of that type of stuff. And I'm curious if you guys are interested. I'm curious if that's something that I should be playing or not, in all honesty. I've looked at it a little bit. And it really does look like a lot of fun. And plus the cards look super cool. I don't know how many of you are League fans. Augustus. Ooh. What in the world is going on, friends? How does this happen? Like 3 games in a row where I'm won 2 lands, but like also just straight. I'm gonna keep this 6. Let's drop. We're gonna drop one of the lands, and we're never going to see it again. Thing is, if I can get in with Bowmat Carrier a couple times, Courier. Oh, that's a sweet plains. Nice staff of the storyteller too. Block it. And we're gonna staff with the storyteller ourselves. Quarry steel cutter is gonna be scary. You got a 1-drop for that, and that's gonna create a token. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we're gonna get in, and then we're gonna Lightning Helix, probably as Quarry Steel Cutter when he tries to play something here. This is pretty broken. I'm realizing, like, okay, now he's gonna be able to do that a couple turns in a row. It's just, what is with the mana bases? Everyone that I play against, I feel like has a perfect mana base, but then again, I guess I never see it when their mana bases go poorly, you know? At the same time, I'm over here like, boom, perfect. Then again, we've got good mana too, at least now. Adeline goes a good one. Yeah, we're gonna move on from this. Oh my goodness. Let's fingers crossed that we can actually get a win in this next one. If not, I'm going back to drafting cool decks. Promise. 1-2. Early morning. First draft of the day. No. Hey, okay. Look at, oh, we go first and we have a 1-drop? I'm very impressed. We should have played Ocelot Pride and then Staff of the Storyteller, because Ocelot Pride... We played against... Is this the first non-aggro deck that we played against? At the beginning of your end step, if you gain life, create a 1/1 cat creature token. Ocelot and Staff. Eight out of 10. Those are pretty sweet islands, though, I will say. When you pay this cost 1 or more times, put that many Valor counters on this creature. When this creature enters, I'm gonna auto pay. You gonna do something about it? Nope. Okay. We're gonna get in. Nice. I got a couple of 1/1 cats. Ocelot Pride is very strong. Look at all of my cats. It makes me want to play a cat deck. I do love me and my kitties. And being able to punish the 4-color deck with an aggro deck is pretty fun. Exile up to one other target creature. Okay. I am going to play an unlicensed hearse and start exiling things from his graveyard. QQ11, you got something for my Ocelot Pride? The Staff of the Storyteller drawing me cards every turn is pretty sick. And Ocelot Pride just giving me endless. Yeah, that's kind of unexpected there. So we're going to play Monastery Mentor. Attack for 1. Transform this token into a 7/7. So they are going to have a 7/7. Give me a red source, friend. So I'm gonna play. If I play Luris. Okay.
Ambition, I every piece grants me.
No attacks. Incubator. Transform this token. Lotus Petal. They've got 1 land in hand. They're at 4 life. I'm at 28. They memory lapse Dolores on top. Oh, Time Twister. That's a risky bet for them. But also bet.
I have bigger schemes.
A Demi of the Silk Shoots. Thalia, sure. Not having the Lava Sphere boots is kind of sad. I wanted to be able to give this guy haste and flying and all that. But right now we have a flyer. They can't do anything about the flyer. They're unlucky. They've got 4, 5, 6 mana. Time and out. Time and time again. Time and out. Time and out again, you see. Now Snapcaster Mage. What are you gonna Snapcaster? The Time Twister? I'm gonna create a 2/2 Night Vigilance. And you're gonna force a will it? Okay. You no longer have that force of will. I'm gonna hit that. And then I'm going to play this. There you go. Good game. They were trying. They were fighting hard, and I respect it. I gotta respect the fight back. Ooh, I'm glad that we got some gold there. 2-2. Now let's cross our fingers that we can lead with an Ocelot on turn 1, and then just like let it get out of control. Ocelot's a fun card. I like playing cats. Cats is fun. Boom. Pop. What is this background, by the way? Is that Grief? Danny Derashige? I don't know what that is. Opponent goes first. I'm gonna keep it, but this is a little bit risky. Brainstorm. I don't think brainstorm's exactly what you want to be doing, but it's a thing that you can be doing, you know? Ooh, Luminarch and Aspirant. So I'm going to be able to play a Demi Flash if they attack. Ancestral Recall? Ah, nice. That's a nice one. just gonna play a Monastery Mentor. Blind. What's Cathar coming to do? The blue-white. We're not gonna block anyone.
I march into battle as your champion of justice.
Okay. Nice.
Seize this day.
Take out the Gideon. So yeah, we're definitely going to do that so that we're able to take out the Gideon in full. It is using 2 cards, but also it's a worthwhile choice in order to get rid of that Gideon. Gideon is a very strong card, being able to give him consistent value. Now, Monastery Mentor is a great thing for us. Ooh, that I don't like. Now, do I want to draw or do I want to play Luris and then play a Demi? Attack for 4. I am going to block with a Demi. The Monastery Mentor, if he's got a bunch of spells here, we're in not a great spot. Let's remove a charge counter draw. I'm gonna play a Mother of Runes. And I'm gonna play a 1/1. No attacks in turn. They probably are going to do something crazy right now, and that's going to suck. Yeah, that's kind of what I expected. Okay. We are able to a Demi, which hexproof and indestructible. Interesting. Okay, they must have drawn a bunch of land and had nothing going on in hand. Which, I mean, that works out for us. Sometimes that happens in your favor, like I said. 3 and 2, I'll take it. Now give me the cat on turn 1. That's all I want. Let me be on the play. Cat into staff. This is alright. going to be able to play the Ademi. I'm a big fan of the Ademi, I'm not going to lie. Trade off like that. I'm gonna play a Monastery Mentor, make him remove it. Next turn, I'm gonna be able to play a Thraben. 4 mana. You got removal spell for Luris? Do not. I can Clue or Lightning Helix. So I'm able to play get him. Get him! Skyclave can't hit tokens. Gotta remember that one. Hexproof and indestructible. I was hopeful. I want to Tezzeret it.
Defying me will be your last act.
Probably shouldn't have tapped out
This
for that
will
one.
suffice for now.
Because now he can hit my Luris. Oh, that was bad, actually. That was pretty bad of me. They do have Overload on this. Exile target creature. Ooh, they don't have Overload. Thank goodness. Okay. That's fair. This is going to hit everything anyway. Yeah, no blocks. You're good.
Quite a moment for you, hero.
I should have hit the batter skull. And I should have hit the batter skull for 1. I'm realizing that might not have been the greatest choice. A mere battle sphere. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. I'm gonna play an Esper Sentinel, legit. No attacks. Thing is, if he overloads this and then he gets in, I think we're just kind of screwed. Oh, he can't overload this from the graveyard. Why do I keep thinking that he can just cast this? That's a little. No attacks end turn. I mean, we got a Jit. And no way to attack. They've got a mere battle sphere that's gonna be dinging me. My turn. We're gonna remove to draw. And we're gonna equip there. We've got 3 untapped. End turn. Whenever this attacks other attacking creatures you control. I'm gonna hit the Restless Prairie. Return target spell to its owner's hand, draw a card. Sure. Okay. Ugh. this is blocking here. Blocking there, blocking there. And then I'm taking 9. I do not think that there is anything that I can do here. I don't think that there's anything that I can do to win here. I want to be clear. Yeah, they got me. Not a bad one. They had a pretty sick deck. I will say, for a red-white aggro deck, I think we got a little unlucky. I think we definitely got a little unlucky. We didn't have a good draw almost any of those games. But hey, thanks so much for joining me. Remember, I'm going to be hanging on to all these packs, and I'll be opening them up at the end. So thanks so much. If you enjoy content like this, if you enjoy watching drafts, get down there, like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you again.